into it. We back. TCS Unplugged. We've been What was the last time we shot? I think we shot a couple weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
3
weeks ago.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. So we got some topics to talk about. We're gonna get into it. The RWE, popular YouTube series channel, had their event here, Eden Prairie. Y'all see that? Y'all hear about that?
Yep.
What was y'all like kind of thoughts going into that? Like when y'all first heard that announcement that they was kind of doing that here? Because it caught me by surprise. I know J.O. hit the group chat, mentioned it. I know it was a bunch of people, like wasn't Prep Hoops involved in it as well?
Yep. Prep Hoops ran it, didn't they?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, they ran
Prep Hoops event, yeah.
So it was some dope teams they had on there. I saw Young Nolan was on there. Young Chase Thompson was on there. Who else? Jaden Moore.
Yep.
It was a lot of
that Strictly Team Ball, yeah.
Yep, Strictly Team. It was a lot of stuff, man. But
Strictly Ball, whatever.
The event didn't go as planned. Did y'all see the video?
I did see the video.
Yes, sir, man.
Now, I did a reaction to it. I talked about it. I want to hear your thoughts on that first, and then we could just talk about it, man.
Man, I still want to know what exactly happened. You know, I don't want to jump to conclusions and talk to or assume the rumor of what people say happened. Couple rumors I heard. The kids spit on them. Don't know how true that is. The other rumor is he called him a B word, you know. Yeah, he called him a B word. I'm gonna use the word B word.
You got to.
And I mean, even just them two, I don't know. I really want to know what happened because it's like, I don't know if I can. I work with kids, so I don't know if I ever let a kid get to me that much. Not saying like what he did was wrong or right, but I don't know if somebody spit on you, that's an assault in law. You go to jail for spitting on people, so
It's definitely assault.
hey, man, I don't know, man. That's and dude who did, he pretty known. I seen him around myself, but as far as like, that situation, I know that went viral not only in Minnesota, but it was on other basketball blog sites as well.
Yeah.
It's making its rounds.
Yeah, it went pretty viral, on a lot of the sports sites and things like that. So, I don't know. I can't really give my opinion on it because I don't want to assume, but I would like to definitely know the truth of really what happened.
What about that, dog?
I'm the same way. I don't really know what happened. Only thing I can say is only thing I would like to have happen differently, no matter what really would have happened with the kid being disrespectful. Overall, the kid was disrespectful. I could see that in the video. So that much I do see. But, these kids these days, it comes with disrespect. I would have had rather, though, because I seen that security guard right there behind him, just get that one kid escorted out, you know what I'm saying, or whoever, how many, instead of getting the whole thing shut down with the riot, you know what I'm saying, because you're doing that in front of a bunch of kids, and it was a good weekend for hoops because shit, that gym was overly packed.
Oh my God,
that gym was stupidly packed. So I know you making a lot of money if you prep hoops. So I think they should probably this is a good training to know what to do for next time. Like you get a disrespectful kid, don't go back and forth with them. It's gonna happen. These kids is reckless with their mouths. Get the security guard, escort that young gentleman out, and guess what? That would have hurt the young gentleman's heart way more than you slamming him down and getting the whole thing canceled.
All those people seeing you get escorted out
Yeah,
while
now
we
you're
here
getting
having a good
escorted out.
time. You gotta go. Yeah, I agree with what you said honestly right there because it was funny. Even when he first initially hit the kid or whatever, ran up on him whenever they started got physical. Yep. Security came right away because I'm like, so there was security there. It wasn't like it was. And then I'm like, unless something else happened after that video where it was another fight, I don't see the need to shut it down. It looked like it was controlled once they got him and the kid.
Yeah, ain't no telling what happened,
So, I mean, we do know they were in Eden Prairie. We do know the state troopers is the one that shut it down. Let's be honest. Did they even probably want that even going on during the weekend anyway? So
to piggyback on what you said, from what I heard, I read some comments on Instagram about it. Like I said, it went viral.
Yeah, it's viral.
So I read a lot of the comments, and even the dude, like I said, I didn't even know what this was, anything about this till JL said in the chat. I didn't know. I went to the dude page. He do a lot of traveling to different cities and states to peg his top players in their states and stuff like that. But I ended up going to his page, and he posted something about it. And I went to the comments, and they were saying like, it didn't get. It was a whole bunch of comments kind of saying the same thing. They were saying it didn't get shut down because of that fight. It got shut down because the overcapacity of the.
So it's too many people.
It was way too many people.
I could tell.
It's like a fire hazard. There.
That's the word. That's exactly what they said. A fire hazard. It was overcapacity. And then we
the fight don't make it no worse.
And then, you would eat Perry.
Yeah. And it's almost like, you know what? There's so many people in here anyway. Are y'all fight?
Yeah. Don't even want it out here.
Yeah.
And you know, Eating Perry's a nice, civilized, quiet, rich people area. You know, that's what they known for.
They're not used to having events like that in their neighborhood. They probably was like, what
they need to start doing events like that at colleges.
Or even the inner city schools were like, what's a good inner city, like at Washington. Like, for example, Washington's big enough where you can have an event like that.
I don't know. That was a lot of kids. That was a lot of kids, bro.
Man, I was speaking more on the
venue. Be at a
venue.
university.
It could be like at a Hamlin or something.
Hamlin too small.
Hamlin too small.
Hamlin too small for sure. But it is like a U of M or what's the other college that's over there?
That big. How about
look how big it was. Look how many people was in there. That thing was shit.
How many people y'all think was in there?
It was shoulder to shoulder.
It was a lot.
They had tape over there.
You know how little? Easily over 1,000, 2,000 people easily.
It was crazy because you couldn't even see none of like Eating Prairie's banners in that joint. I'm like, where is they at right now?
But you got to think about it. Him and the kid was in like the first wave of people that he tackled them into
the actual crowd.
More crowd. So it's so packed in there. Like, come on. That's why I say you should have just walked Buddy out. Get him out the way.
And this guy, because I'll be honest, I wasn't familiar with the RWE dude at all. I'm just now getting familiar with a lot of
Raw Wave Elite, right?
Raw Wave Elite, yeah.
Okay, that's what's name. Okay, see, yep. So
no, the team is Rod Wave Elite. Him, I don't know.
But whatever, like the whole situation, that whole thing, I never knew about it. Like until, like you said, Jo said something. He has to have big numbers to bring that out. Don't get me wrong. I feel like Prep Hoops can put on events here. There's enough support here for them to do something like, well, we've seen it. Yep. Where we have enough kids that will come out to a game here from not out of state, but you bringing people from other states to come in here. Yeah. So I mean, I guess he
is following. He got 1 million followers.
Maybe he got
1 million followers, so he's big. I guess
they got 1 million followers.
Yeah, he do. It was like he's an influencer.
I mean, they are overtime team, so yeah.
Oh, that's all you had to say. I didn't even know they were under that whole umbrella. That's all you had to say.
But he's an influencer. The dude, the light skinned dude with the braids, he's an influencer. So I don't know how. The team and the influencer came together like he used to hoop or something like that. I don't know.
Is he the dude that called Minneapolis Somaliapolis? Is that him that said that shit?
No.
That was crazy. Who said that?
I heard about that.
I saw the clip. I'm pretty positive it was him.
I heard about that.
It was the main dude that did it. It was him. It was the dude. The dude like the guy like, yup, it was him. He said it. I saw it. Because I guess he went to like I guess he went to like an LA Fitness afterwards and started hooping.
Oh damn!
So I don't know.
He had to get a brief. He had to get some of his chest. Like, man, they just threw my day off, man.
No, that's crazy, man. But I mean, going back what you said, closing that. I think whatever the kid said, bro. If you working there, like you the adult in the situation. It's like you said, like that's why sometimes you got to be mindful of who you hire or who you got doing. That's why I call it homeboy security. You can't do homeboy security where it's like he ain't gonna react like how a normal security would. Yeah, he gonna react like walked out of there. Yeah, like okay, let's get out of here. Let's just go. He's gonna wanna. But I will say I did hear about the spit rumor. I didn't see no spit and no angle of the videos I saw. So. I don't know. Like you said, maybe we could talk to homie one day and ask him about it.
Quick question: what is this?
What? I don't know. He did that to him like before, like he popped off.
That's crazy because
I saw little Allen comment on the thing. He said what it was. He's like, yeah, he hit him for doing that, and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
But it's crazy because I was watching the highlight. I was watching the highlights of it, and one of the kids hit the 3 and did this as well as a celebration to one of the kids during the game. So this a new generation thing, like
it
like a disrespect or something.
Yeah.
I feel old, bro. We asking this, bro.
We are.
I am old.
We ain't got to talk about the good bump situation again, man. We are old.
That and belt to ass, all this shit's different.
BTA.
It's all different, bro.
It's all different.
It's all different.
BTA, they use BTA. I'm like,
speaking of just AAU and all that, man. Did y'all saw that video? It was a video, and really, it's been a lot of videos, but just specifically this video, and we can just talk about all of it in general. Has AAU basketball become like like detrimental for the youth sports? Like, how do y'all feel? Because we saw the video. Saw the video. Kid was they was playing. It looked like it was heated. Foul got called. Kid, I'm gonna play the video so y'all can see what we talking about. Kid pushes him. You see him, walks up on him again. Mm-hmm. Now the other kid finally replies, like he slaps him, and then all hell breaks loose. Basically, from what things I'm hearing, the team that basically replied back, are labeled the bad guys and told, hey, other teams don't want to play with you, don't want to scrimmage with you, this and that. How do y'all feel about that? Just that first off, that video and just that whole situation.
Look at the dynamic of the video. One, black, white. Mm-hmm. That plays a big part of a lot of stuff, man. We know that to this day. If this was two black kids fighting, it's different. It would have been broken up, or both teams would have been done. Yeah. But because this is a white kid that initiated the contact first,
and we didn't see the whole game. We just saw the clip. Yeah, so we're just basing it off the clip. So
yes, exactly. FYI, but from what I seen, the initiation started with the other kid before the slap. Like, you can't invade in people's spaces because you mad.
Yeah, yep.
And not in fights. So I mean, we see this all the time, and it's sad, but this is something that we used to. This is something that we already know what's the outcome and what's the results. We know that. I mean, wrong is wrong, and I mean we can talk about this all day, but we know the results, and we know how this started, how this ends, man.
Oh, homie was rolling up on him. How you feel about that?
Man, I just want to say, like Wayne said, we just speaking on the clip that we seen. If you do got more footage out there, what I mean,
like to see it,
send us the footage.
Send us the footage if you got more.
We fair people. We fair people around here. So if you got your part of your side, whatever, But in all honesty, as far as the main objective, I mean that I don't want to talk too much about the actual situation just because I know it's a little bit more personal with me knowing some of them kids or whatever. But it's just like, I mean, what kid ain't gonna defend himself? And refereeing, I'm going to speak more to the refereeing aspect of it. Refs control the game a lot sooner than that. I mean, at the end of the day, everything ain't in your control. I tell people all the time, like, look, I call a foul. I can't dictate how hard a kid fouls that other kid. Look, I ain't making him foul him that hard, but I did call it. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you setting them ground rules early. Don't be allowing the pushing and the shoving early. Try to kind of avoid some of these things. Because I would love to see just basketball get back to being basketball as far as that whole AAU thing. Like kind of what Monte Ellis said, like some of the celebrations and excessive stuff that come along with basketball these days. It's just like, like let's just hoop, man. Like people be too happy with being mediocre these days, I think.
Ooh, that's a great statement.
As far as AAU goes. So that's really all I'll say is just continue to grind, continue to work. But, just kind of get back to, like, getting some real basketball out there. That's what I like to see for AAU.
It's almost like sportsmanship don't exist no more.
Yeah, that definitely.
And you want to know.
We had sportsmanship. Like, we would have fierce battles, talk crazy shit to people while we playing, and after the game will be respect.
Yeah. And we all brothers at the end of the day.
Especially if you did it back and we,
Yeah, I mean, that's why I say I love the competitiveness of it, but some of this shit is just getting out of hand.
I be seeing this shit, I'll be like, who told you? You got that from 2K. There's no way you did that outside on a court and somebody allowed that.
2K for sure.
Yeah, it's almost like in our era, we had times where things were changing, but some things got passed, some things didn't. We all know when And1 was coming out, it was always that one guy trying to be funny and do the off the heezies on people. I guarantee you that ended in a real fight.
I've seen several people get pants.
Hands and feet on them for that. I mean, man, listen.
You got to know who to do that to.
I ain't gonna lie. You throw it and they try to hit their head, but it hit your face.
It's
up.
You got to know who you doing that to.
I feel like they didn't experience those lessons. Like, even if you saw it happen, you done it, or you beat up somebody for doing it. Y'all didn't see it. Like, I've been on two of them. Listen, that's not nothing to do. So, I don't know. Like you said, the celebrations of it is just kind of crazy. The whole antics is wild because I've seen kids celebrate a certain way in AAU. I've never seen them celebrate in high school. Or I've seen them celebrate in high school and they got a tech right away. So it's like, you can't do it, but that should damn near go into the NBA.
What I like to see is more of these top teams come together, because I think right now Minnesota, we used to have to go out of town. to do a lot of things. And I know that video ain't got nothing to do with out of town, but I'm just talking overall AAU. Because, you know, I mean, look, other states it's been AAU's been doing what it's doing, but Minnesota, we kind of just now been catching up to the wave with the, you know, about the last 7-8 years with the top talent that we've had, starting with Tyus and them. Like, I would just like to see, but we don't play each other enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, we always got to going out of town. Yeah, but it's like, if we just bring it back to being home, like, we used to see top talent in them team train, the Minnesota Magic tournaments, them.
The Bloomington, the Bloomington Jefferson tournament.
Like, but that was teams just playing here, and then you run it. You know, you really iron sharpening iron. Like, I would like to see a D1 Minnesota versus a Howard Pulley. You know what I'm saying? Play against each other a little bit more. You know, I know they on opposite sides, but it's just like bring the competition back, and then maybe we can stop with some of these $40, $50 entry fees on the weekends, man.
Ridiculous.
I don't know.
Yeah, my cousin part of that, but I ain't gonna talk about that. I'm gonna leave him out of this conversation. He might laugh and think this a joke, but hey,
Man,
fix
he want
that.
$50 out the door.
That's crazy.
Fix that, Pete.
Did that come with a shot?
Right. Like, what come with that? I just get to watch this. That's it. Come with some popcorn, a drink.
Give
I
me
get
a
vouchers
drink
or
ticket,
something.
man.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what. Then, like, he talked about it on, like, last year when we was talking about it.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you got a single mom. How she gonna go to all the kids?
With 4-5 kids,
Yeah,
that's like $200,
bruh.
$250.
And he said they still charge the kids. They charge the kids like $10 to get in. That's why I'm like, oh yeah, it's sick out here.
Yeah. I kind of want to touch base on the AAU real quick. I feel like too. I don't know if y'all seen that video. It was like a month ago where that shooting that happened at the AAU tournament.
I saw it vaguely. I didn't see the video, but I heard about it.
I want to say it was in Indiana or Iowa, one of them I states. I don't remember which one it was. That might have been Iowa.
Surprised me.
It might have been Iowa, but
That's even that's
it
surprising.
was where one of the parents pulled out the gun, and started shooting. Like, it's crazy because just like back when back when we was playing AAU, it was in kind of tag along with the being in state too. Like, back when we was playing AAU, like LD said, we would start off playing our in-state teams, the top teams, and we want to play in the best tournament. Bloomington, Jefferson, wherever it is, that Pulley, St. Cloud. All the best teams are trying to get in the best tournaments, and then we'll eventually branch off to Vegas, Indiana shootout, the Ohio, the Chicago, the Wisconsin,
Kansas, all
the
them.
Kansas,
Yeah, like 2 to 3
the
times
Atlanta,
out of
the
town.
Atlanta Celtics tournaments and stuff like that. But like I said, like now it's just a circus.
It's a super circus.
Everybody want their kid to go out of town. My bad, D3. I want
No,
to
you
cut
good.
you off.
No,
Everybody
go
be
ahead.
wanting their kid to be on these shoe circuits and go out of town. It's like, look, you're going to get your kid exposed to something, and it's going to be totally worse for him. Like, they're going to see he really don't got no business out here with these players and these
That's
kids.
what I'm be on the highlight on Instagram.
Yeah, it's like,
Man, did you see those kids that King James been playing against us in these little weekends?
Yeah.
I'm literally looking at these kids like, who are these kids? Like, they shouldn't be.
Like toddlers.
I'm sitting here like, are they the same age? I'm like, yeah,
like
they're the same
toddlers.
age. That's 16U. Why is they playing with him? There's nobody on this team.
But
it ain't that much joy in the world of the game of basketball.
So who
boy.
do we?
Dunking on them, like junior battle on them, bro.
Yeah. So who do we blame? Are we blaming the coaches or the directors?
We got to blame the parents.
No. Because who picked the tournaments?
I mean, look.
I mean,
I can't blame an organization
they
for
gotta
going
take
with the way.
Yeah, they gotta take if somebody if you are the age and everything fits it. We can't, I don't know who basically makes the matchups in the first rounds of them.
Yeah.
But in the same time, if you know this is like a competitor, there's levels to tournaments. We all know this.
Yeah.
There's certain levels of tournaments. Now, if you know your team ain't got that type of
It's
caliber,
the A, the B, and the C usually.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah,
Puma,
exactly.
Puma getting over. Okay, I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Puma circus
they
is
getting
wild.
over something different. They just giving people Puma jerseys. I don't even know if they getting shoes. I need to start wolfing. Are they getting shoes?
I haven't seen nobody with no Pumas. I've seen
shoes.
jerseys, but I could be
seen
wrong.
jerseys.
I could be
And
wrong.
like
I thought
these
they was
fake
getting
Puma
both, maybe.
events. I seen somebody post online like these is fake Puma events, and they charging $40-$50 to get in the club. It's like, man,
It's like they're making up their. It's like they're posing as they actually Puma, but it's like a dude that's
it's really not Puma.
You
It's
just
like
saying
somebody a little
Puma.
associated with Puma, but it
Yeah.
really don't got like
it ain't got no direct
ain't
tie
got
to
no
Puma.
Puma shoes or nothing like that going on. So I'm
That's
like,
crazy.
That's sick.
That's a hustle right there.
Yeah.
That's a you got to call that what that
That's
is.
a lawsuit.
That's a. Well, I mean,
Or if it's
no, they're
legit.
allowing them
yeah,
to do it.
yeah, I was gonna say
They're
they're allowing them
allowing
to
them
use
do it.
their name, but it's like that's all we're doing. You just using our name,
getting jerseys.
but it's like no cheap jerseys at that. Like let's
Yeah.
just.
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
crazy.
It's a whole
man.
cash grab. It's a whole cash grab. Like AAU to me is like kind of Hollywood movies. Like you know how like the Hollywood movie where it's like, all right, we ain't got nothing. We got no good ideas. What they do? Let's make a reboot. Let's take something we already did before and just make it like, hey, we're gonna. That's what I think it is. Because what are parents and kids excited about when they go to these high tournaments? They think they about to get seen. They
Look.
think they about to get exposed. Like
Man.
in the good way though. It's like you ain't thinking about the.
It's just crazy just thinking about how AAU is now, especially because who do you play AAU for?
Theory.
Ferry. So I know me and AD. I keep saying AD. Me and LD. My fault. Me and LD. We bumped into each other a few times during our AAU
hell
seasons and
yeah.
stuff like that. You know, and every tournament that we was in was like the best tournaments where we wanted to play the best teams. I got to go against Pulley. I got to go against Magic. I got to go against Ferry. I got to go against
Minnesota Comets.
Comments.
Pump and run.
Pump and run.
43.
Like,
Well, you was 43. Yeah.
you know, so we got to play against these top caliber teams. Who, like I said, I don't like, and I seen Al make this status too, and I 100%, 10% agree with Al. Like, a lot of people will be shying away from their resume.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, you can go around and say, yeah, I'm 20-0, but who are you 20-0 against?
Right.
Exactly.
A lot of people don't. That's why I said people really be happy with mediocrity, man. Like I see it, and like even like people be really happy about their teams. Like they'll really be happy about their team beating up on the team that don't have no business being out there. Like
They knew they was gonna crush them.
we used to be mad. Like I used to really be like, sub me out
Hey,
against
for
some of
sure.
these niggas. Like these niggas ain't worth the time. I'm gonna bust their ass in the first half, second half. Let the warm ups, that's the pride we used to have. Like we gonna make sure our bench get in against you niggas because this shit a waste of time. We want to, like D3 said, we trying to play some comp. Like we can't wait to get to this championship.
Man, what?
Game. See a Coon Rapids or a Richfield or something. You know what I'm saying? Like real heat. More St. Paul team. See a MLK or something. You know what I'm saying? This is like I don't know. Today, competition is kind of missing. It's like something. I don't think it's missing from the kids, but like you said with the resume, I think some coaches are scared to go against certain coaches. It's like, nigga, if you're the
that's-
best, put it up. Like put your two teams against each other.
I'm surprised by because when you say that, I've heard that from coaches. We know a lot of coaches from high school. It's no, they won't put us on their schedule. I'm like, what do you mean they won't put? They won't want to play basketball? Like I thought y'all playing basketball. What you? That's just weird to me. I don't get that.
You lose to them, don't you want to get your lick back?
Bro, it's competition, bro. Y'all act like y'all actually catching the fade. Like I get it. You lose
pride.
enough
Hey.
time.
That'd be
Like
my
Pop
thing.
said, you live to fight another day. Like I said, when we used to go to when we used to look at the tournaments, we used to look at the names like, man, I can't wait to see them. We go, and especially if I know you on that team, we gonna see you up there.
Yeah.
We gonna see you.
That was the lovely thing because you already knew who was on the team.
Yeah, like,
as soon as you saw the name, you like,
Yeah.
hey, y'all, you see who we got? Y'all niggas better be ready, man.
I even comment on Al's status because Al was the coach for 43, my age, and then Coach G was the other coach was my coach for 43, and we even played each other in the same tournament. They beat us by like 7-8, but it was just a simple fact
That we
like
playing.
Playing y'all, yeah.
he had dogs over there, we had dogs over here. We
worked out.
both was top teams in the state. Like and we met up to play each other. And we still played each other.
Off
Like,
winning.
you feel me? And 243 hoops teams playing each other. Like, they just show you, like, the level of how competitive was back then.
But that also shows you, like think about, we thinking about the same teams, though. The 43s, the Howard Pulleys, like, right now it's diluted, man.
Yeah, it's only a good
It's diluted. Everybody want to start.
programs. It's like
What he just said
4 or
right
5
there.
programs.
'Cause I didn't
diluted,
even
yeah.
like. I had to like you said, we was growing up. You already named those teams. I didn't know about D1 until like last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they changed their name, though.
Yeah.
They was,
They was somebody else, but they was, like, suburban. They was, like, not suburban, but they was out there
I don't
with
know
the
who-
country
That's
kids,
what-
farm
yeah.
kids like that.
But now it seems like they're like more like kind of what Howard Pulley used to be.
Yeah, but they just Adidas.
Okay.
they're Adidas.
Okay.
Yeah.
See,
Howard Pulley Nikes.
Yep.
They still Nike?
Because KJ plays for them, I believe. Well, one of the teams. Yep.
So, he played for Pulley.
I think Eli played. Well, Eli plays for Fury now, I think. But
I thought Pump and Run changed to.
He played for. I saw him on Pulley and D1.
He's cold.
That's why I'm like, yeah, he was like, because I saw Solomon from Harden. He was on that same team with him.
Okay.
I was like, what the fuck? I
like to see that.
Yeah, that was nice. But nah, man, switching notes, man. To NBA. So we are
Do
known,
the honors, man. You can kick it.
we are known to have conversations about the Wolves on here. You watched the show. I know D3 went through all the clips, and he made sure you found them. Mm-hmm. So we're talking about the Julius Randle, Karl Anthony Towns trade. We're looking at it now from where we were. Well, I guess the trade didn't even. It's not technically a year yet because we're still in the playoffs, but we're in the Western Conference Finals. Now I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna just be a man of my word. I'm gonna apologize. I'm gonna apologize because I said I will apologize because I said unless we made it back to the Western Conference Finals. The trade was bad, so we made it back to the Western Conference Finals. Julius Randle had a career high in points in playoff history. So I'm shout out to him for that. I would say the two teams we played did not have a big man. But, hey, I apologize. I said I apologize, and I can't wait to see what happens next round because this window for judgment is still open.
Question for you. Does it matter what happened next round? Because you said long as we make it to the conference finals,
as far as what, like if he plays bad, I'm definitely gonna let it be known if he plays bad.
But you didn't let it know when Cat played bad.
When did Cat? When last year?
Conference finals.
Last year? I definitely said Cat didn't show up some games, but he did some games against the Mavericks. He wasn't on the crumb.
Yeah,
but
at all.
Really, Anthony Edwards wasn't on the crumb. And,
Yeah.
I was.
It was more Anthony Edwards.
He was talking smack. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie turned into Music Soul Child, lit them candles, and went to work on them. So that's what happened with that. So looking at, like I said, Randall's done his thing, but it's hard for we've played sports our whole life. We have to look at what, and we get it. Injuries happen, but it is ironic that he had his career year against two teams that didn't have a big man. Then you look at Carr on the other hand, like the Knicks didn't make it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Julius Randle he was on the team. He was hurt. He was on that team, but they didn't make it. Cat comes and they make it. So now it's like one of those things where it's like, who's what is the common denominator right now?
I think. Then, yeah. Matter of fact, hey, I had to get out my Stephen A. Smith mode. Now I'm in my Rashad McCants mode. But I'm gonna be honest. And don't get me wrong, Cat makes an impact for New York, but I feel Julius Randle have more of an impact with Minnesota than Cat has an impact with the Knicks. And let me so let me say this. Let me explain this. Julius Randle, you could arguably is the number 2. I ain't even gonna say arguably. He is the number 2 player on the Minnesota.
Thanks.
What do y'all rate Cat at?
Number 2.
Number 2 on Knicks?
Yes. Julie on the season, Brunson averaged 26, Carl averaged 24. And the
23.
playoff, he averaged 24.
It went down.
No, in the season, regular season,
I know,
24.
I'm talking about playoffs.
In playoffs, he averaged 19. He's at 19 right now. And I believe Jaden's at 28. But he's still second. He averaged more than OG.
What you got to say to that?
Yeah, he averaged more. He's still second.
Okay, he's still second. Yeah. So Julius Randle efficiency went up during playoffs. Cats went down.
That's not what happened.
His points went down.
What you got for percentage on that?
Yeah, his points went down. I don't know about his efficiency. His points.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean by points.
Let me look.
I want to know what D3 got because he said it.
That's what I mean by points.
This.
You went from 24 to 19.
No, that's not what you said. Points.
Yeah, but points are efficiency though.
You said efficiency.
Well, that's why they say you can change it up. Points.
All right.
Nah.
Yeah.
So his points went
efficiency
up.
though.
I'm looking at it right now. So he.
Because like I said, I believe that Knicks team is being carried
48% from the field.
I believe that Knicks team is being carried by OG, Mikal Bridges, and Bronson.
34% from the field.
Okay, 48% from the field and 34% from 3.
Yep.
What we got for Jewel?
Let's go.
He went down to 33.
34%. See, he ain't even trying to listen.
34.
I didn't even
No
know
difference.
Regular season.
Let's see. We can do in playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Stats. Okay, Julius Randle.
Julius balling too. Threes and all. His 3-point percentage went up as well in the playoffs, so y'all know.
Playoffs, okay. Minnesota.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do his field goal percentage.
Yeah, field goal. And
Watch.
He's 50% from the field. From the field, he's 34% from three. So they're kind of essentially the same.
Pretty much.
So pretty much the same. On the season, you want to do their season averages?
I mean, we know the season.
Okay,
I
we
mean, I
already
know
know.
that.
I mean, like I said, Julius is doing his thing, but it's hard to say. Like
You see Anunoby putting up 20, Mikal Bridges putting up 20, like
So when Jaden McDaniels was doing that, the whole
I was gonna
first
say,
round against
J-
the
not
Lakers,
not as consistent as they
when
are.
he was doing it against the first round against, they ain't doing it consistently.
He can't help
Mikal
that.
Bridges only had 20 points. Like 3
OG
games that
Anunoby
season.
is balling.
OG Anunoby only had 20 points once that fucking round.
he averaged 17 in the playoffs so far.
Who, OG?
Yeah, he's averaging
So what we
17.
talking
I'm like,
about?
Carl's still number 2 though. He is, and then
He trying to make it not be true. It don't even make sense. I don't
He's-
get it.
he's
Go ahead
number
though.
two.
Let him finish.
He's
I
number
Let
mean,
him
I
finish.
mean,
Do his
like I
Rashad
said,
McKessie.
like OG 17 and Carl 19.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Damn, that's pretty close.
I mean, it's average.
Them are like role player numbers.
Okay.
What has Julius Randle at? Like,
Julius not a role player.
he's averaging.
He's a go-to player.
Okay.
But you know, 18 was his average. Like,
no.
But he is.
averaged
But listen though,
if he's not, if you can't say those are role player numbers,
He did that as a number one option. Okay.
Hold on.
But Cat's never been a number one
hold
option,
on.
right?
Julius
No,
Randle
I wanna ask
also.
you- I
No,
wanna
Cat's
ask you-
never been a number one option.
I want to ask you about that.
Julius Randle also averaged 24 as the number one option as well.
In the regular season?
Yeah, in
We thought we
2000
talking playoffs.
Playoffs, I thought. And that was
we
with the
talking
Knicks.
I'm just saying
playoffs,
in
yeah.
oh yeah,
No, we
with the
talking
Knicks.
playoffs.
Did he actually do that?
Yeah, he
I don't
did.
know.
2000.
But I thought we was talking because Cat done that plenty of times
Let me
in
see
regular
it, 'cause
season.
I
I thought we was talking playoffs.
was that the first year he got there?
Yep.
Was we talking playoffs?
I thought you were talking playoffs.
How we
Yeah.
switching?
Oh, okay. So playoffs in general, like career playoffs.
His career playoffs, he was averaging 18.
No, he
That's
got
the number one option.
Well, at the Knicks, no, he ain't the Knicks no more.
Exactly.
He ain't Minnesota balling.
But I'm saying, how did you accept the mediocrity from him? And he was the number one option, but you can't accept it from Cat as a number two
Because he didn't like that coach
option.
or
I'm
that
saying
team.
Cat as a 2 option averages more than him as a 1 option. What do you have to say about
Well,
that?
I mean, for one, Cat didn't have that many options when he was here.
He was a 2 option, yeah.
Yeah,
You say he was never a number one option?
we got Anderson.
You
playing.
said Cat in our group chat. You said, I want to ask you this. You said Cat was never a number one option in his whole career.
Yeah.
What did you mean by that?
I meant at the Knicks.
What?
I meant at the Knicks. We knew he was number 2 option. He was number 2 option his whole career.
Get him out of here, man.
Oh my God.
When Jimmy Butler was here, he was number 2.
He
When
was.
Zach LaVine was here, he was number 2. When Andrew Wiggins
Whoa,
here,
whoa.
he was number 2.
Now you're just lying. So all right, I'll give you the Jimmy
Anthony
Butler.
Edwards here, number 2.
I'll give you the Jimmy Butler. I'll give the Ant-Man
So you
last
can't
year.
give Andrew Wiggins?
Fuck no. They never
Because he
averaged-
didn't show.
They
that
never
don't mean-
they never averaged more points than him. They never led the team in no categories more than him. They never.
about to say something because he didn't show it. That don't mean he's not the number one option.
I mean,
Oh,
I
now
feel
we
like
going off
I want him to say it.
no. I mean, that's what Minnesota wanted him to be number 1.
I'm saying, but you was about to say what because he didn't show it doesn't mean what.
Yeah, I feel like people can argue that. I mean, I still think Andrew Wiggins is the number 1 option.
And he didn't show it.
But he didn't show it thow. He didn't have the numbers.
But that's what
He's the fourth
they
option.
wanted him.
But he didn't.
Yeah, he didn't show it, but they wanted him to be that.
It's not what they wanted. Did he show it?
But
He was
How can you beat if you never show it?
because he was when it was shot when
he
that
was never
time
number
is
one
like,
option.
How can you beat if you
When
never
that
showed
hey
it?
when that time is on the line, Andrew Wiggins go try to go get that bucket.
That nigga's
Go try to go
lying.
get that
He lying
bucket.
there to y'all's face on camera, and I love it.
This is crazy.
I'm letting him do it to himself,
Hey,
y'all. I'm
Andrew
not even doing
Wiggins
nothing. I'm
was
just- I'm
number
letting
1.
him do it
Zach
to
LaVine
himself.
was number 2. Cat was number 3.
Let's just son, you tripping? Because now we gotta just go. This is why we gotta just go to the stats and just look. Because hold on.
So stats. So here we go. So stats make you the number 1 option.
Did you just say Julius Randle was?
Yeah, why wouldn't it?
What you mean? What I say about Julius Randle?
Did
About
you say he was the
stats
number one option?
for who? A team? For
For the
Knicks?
Timberwolves.
Yeah. No, he was number. I say he's number 2.
What makes him number 2?
We all know that's Ant team.
No, I'm saying what makes him the number 2 option though. on that team?
He's the second go-to person.
Is this his stats?
He's the second go-to person. He's the second go-to person.
Is Cat not the second go-to person?
Yeah, bro. Cat.
Oh my God.
Cat is not the second go-to person. On the Knicks?
Who the second go-to?
For the Knicks?
Yeah. Who the second go-to?
Markel Bridges.
All right,
bet. Let's move on.
Markel Bridges or OG.
You know, Karl Anthony Towns averaged 25 points a game, 12 rebounds his second year in the NBA. Andrew Wiggins has never averaged over 23 points a game. So that just, how was he the number one?
He's the number one option.
He was never the number one option.
He's the number.
What did Andrew Wiggins average?
He averaged what?
His most ever.
Yeah,
his most ever. In
Was his most ever
in Minnesota? Yeah,
his most ever in Minnesota? 23.
20.
What year?
23 was 2016, 2017.
That was his third year?
That was his third year and
Cat's
second year. So he wasn't even
He wasn't even number one option. His best
Yeah,
year.
he was. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
He's sick.
Hey, Minnesota fans, please comment. Let me know what y'all thoughts.
I really can't believe
I know
you
y'all
said
love
that shit.
Cat. I know y'all love Cat. He's soft, but
I can't.
y'all got a soft spot for people like that because we don't want to hurt his feelings.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
Not you. They're fans. Cat fans.
You don't want to hurt his feelings.
He's a good guy, so like you
What
know.
feelings? We gone.
Him.
We y'all said it was Cat fault, right? Let's just talk. Let's just get to the real. The fans said it was Cat's fault. He
No,
was the
I say
softest-
50-50.
Whoa.
Some say
whoa.
That's
Whoa.
That's what they said.
D3's forgetting. At the beginning of the year, he said, "I bet the Knicks will be worse than the Timberwolves."
Did say that.
We gotta replay that.
Yeah.
I'm about to find
He
that
said,
footage.
"I
You did
bet
say
the
that.
Knicks will be worse than
I'm
the
about to find that
Timberwolves. They're not
episode.
going to go nowhere with Cat. He stinks." And here they are, back in the East. They're in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Hey.
They didn't beat Boston last year.
Okay.
They beat them this year. Who's the difference? Karl Anthony Towns.
Shout out to Jalen Brunson, man. That's the Superman, clutch man of the year.
Exactly.
The carrier.
The number one option. No one's debating that.
He is the number one
The
option.
carrier.
He's the number
No
one
one's
option.
debating that.
Come here. Backpack.
And what's Ed Edwards?
Like, God,
What's
Ann
said
Edwards?
What's Ed Edwards?
when Ed's playing bad, Julius Randle show up. When Brunson's
When
playing
Jalen
bad,
played bad, Cat show up.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, it's happened. This whole play.
Cat can play bad and they still win.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No,
No.
that
Yes.
hasn't happened. Julius can play bad,
Yes.
they win.
No.
No.
That's happened.
That's been proven.
That happened against the Warriors.
And they
two
lost.
games.
How
They
about-
won both games
How
where
come
he
we're not
played
talking
bad.
about Trae Young putting him out?
Ooh,
He was
we don't
healthy.
wanna talk about
He was
that.
healthy. He
And
wasn't
he was
hurt
the
that
number one
year.
option, too.
And he was the number one option.
And he was the number
Bro,
one option.
him
Don't
in the
wanna talk
him
about
at
that.
the Knicks was just him being selfish. He didn't care. He didn't like the coach.
Yeah. Why do
my
that get
God.
to change who he is?
Yeah.
Why do that matter?
For
So
one,
can we say Cat didn't care?
Cat cared his
No,
own career.
can we tell you? Oh,
But
how,
we knew
how
that.
does Julius not care?
Because
but
he
Cat cares?
publicly said it.
Julius publicly cared. He publicly
No,
said,
he-
"I'm gonna have to get better. I'm gonna have to work on my right hand."
But he also
He
didn't like, publicly
these
didn't like the
things.
coach.
He publicly said these things.
But he publicly said he didn't like the coach as well.
What does that have
What
to
does
do
that
with
have to do with it?
What does
How
that?
could you want to?
What does that have to do?
It's
with
a
it?
mental thing. Why
Michael,
would you?
what?
You don't want to be
It's a-
there.
it's
What
a
are we
mental
talking
thing.
about?
You don't want to be there.
D3 McKess. What are we talking about?
You don't want to be there. He didn't want to be there.
D3.
Okay, Cat
McKess.
didn't want to be here.
He did.
He didn't want to be here.
Yeah, he did.
Julius didn't want to be there.
Julius didn't want to be where?
Cat didn't want to be there.
Don't want to be where?
Don't want to be nowhere.
We're moving on from this.
Thank you. They don't want to be nowhere. We're just saying shit, right? They don't want to be
I'm
nowhere.
speaking facts.
No, you're not.
He said
You're not.
Julius Randle did not want to be
When
in New
did he
York.
say this?
I'll find you the clip.
All right,
Find
find
me
the
the
clip and
clip.
send it to the group chat.
He
I
ain't
want to
gonna
see
find
this.
the clip, and the clip ain't gonna be
I'll find
found.
you the clip. Okay.
The clip
he wasn't,
ain't
He
there.
wasn't happy there.
The clip ain't there.
He wasn't happy
Switching
there.
notes, I will say we will bring this up next episode because clearly Timberwolves are still in the playoffs. Carl and them still in the playoffs, so I know we are about to be talking about. And
But he got to admit that. Didn't he say?
I'm about to
that
find
the
that tape.
Knicks wouldn't
I'm about
be
to find
better.
that episode.
I might have. I
You
ain't,
said
I ain't
that.
denying it.
And where are they at,
I'm
though?
about to find that tape.
Because of Brunson. Man. Oh, yeah. He won Clutch Player of the
Brunson
Year,
was there
man.
last year, wasn't
He
he?
won
Brunson-
Clutch Player of the Year.
Brunson's clutch.
Brunson was last year, though.
But Carl is he's that support he needs. That support that Carl does when it comes to rebounding at the right time, doing all this shit at the right time is something that Julius could do because Julius can't hit
Julius
clutch
can't
shots
do that.
outside of this year. Outside of this year,
Julius can't
he
do
is
that.
not- he is not-
Minnesota made him a better player.
Minnesota didn't do that. They just played bum teams.
we played.
No, I said Minnesota made him a better player.
No, they played bum teams. They
We'll
came
see.
into the They came into
Let me ask you this.
the playoffs as a 6 seed.
If next round Julius Randle doesn't perform 20, it goes back to 17, 18 playoff numbers.
Y'all gonna jump me.
What's gonna be the excuse?
Going to jump me.
He choked.
So all right, that's all I want to hear. D3 first. That's all I want to hear.
No.
So when Cat don't perform,
He will,
He will.
but if he don't, I'll hold him
That
accountable.
matchup-
he gotta go against Siakam. Siakam.
he don't?
Yeah, he do.
Miles Turner. Why would he go against Seattle?
Oh, that's even. You're right. That's even worse.
That's even
He gonna
better.
bully him.
No.
Now it's turning to too shifty for him.
You gonna
Stop it.
see, man. Switching notes. Y'all
he
been
needs
watching
to stop.
WNBA?
Nuh-uh.
I ain't watching
I
at
haven't.
all.
I
A
Little bit
watched
of it.
anything
Little
yet.
bit of it, man.
little bit of it. What's up? How you feel about Paige?
I mean, I feel like she's still trying to get her feet wet. I mean, the Dallas, they was one of the weakest teams last year in the WNBA, and
She averaging right now.
I mean, I'm excited to see how they start because the Lynx game opener actually tomorrow. I wonder when the actually other teams start.
They got a Lynx. Where's that at? At home tomorrow?
Is here?
They play. I think it is home. Lynx game openers tomorrow.
I might have to check some Lynx games out this year, man.
So
They play the Sparks.
yeah, yep, they do play.
Is here?
No, it's at the Sparks though.
Okay.
When is their schedule? I need to find that schedule. They got $14 tickets. Yeah, I might need to go.
But I mean, when Paige come home, that's gonna sell out.
Hell yeah, that's
Yeah,
gonna
they
be that's
14.
gonna be that's gonna be something. I don't. You think it's gonna have the Caitlin Clark effect, or you think she's gonna have her own
That's a good question.
What's today?
Saturday? The date?
They gonna
It's an
that
old
the
schedule.
Paige
Hold on, I need to
effect.
find a new schedule.
The Paige effect.
Yeah. It could
Man,
be.
I don't know. We gonna see, man.
That Caitlin shit was pretty crazy though.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, I don't know if you gonna match
They
that.
treat her like Michael Jordan. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't think
And
about.
she's still eating. And she started eating at the end of the season. So
Yeah, they're not finna.
And they got them number 2
Did you see that? I saw this thing
to win.
I saw this. Yeah, I saw this. Pre. It was like I guess like a survey. They asked all the GMs in the WNBA. They asked player you would start your team with, the best shooter, and what was it? Most impactful player, and they all picked Caitlin Clark. All of them.
They treat her like Michael Jordan. I ain't gonna lie. And they got her top. They got Indiana number 2 to win the championship.
Shit, you see what they did in the offseason? They got some. They made some
good
moves.
teams.
Yeah, they added some pieces for sure.
That's
But
some
you went
moves.
from the worst team to now a championship caliber team.
Shit sound like LeBron to me.
they first
Yeah,
home game next
effective,
Friday
yeah.
against Connecticut.
That's crazy.
Next Friday, the 23rd against Connecticut.
I'm gonna check
Or
out
this
some of these games for sure.
But now when Paige come home, man, I mean, we'll see. Like I said, WNBA, hopefully she have a healthy season. Sometimes she known to get hurt sometime, and she could be prone to that. I just hope that she have a healthy season where she could,
Actually have time to
go
get
through
in,
the whole
yo.
season and not get no nicks and bruises and bumps, But I do expect her to have a breakout year with Dallas, though. They're pretty trash. So she should be able to do her thing over there.
Only one game so far. Should be all right.
Yeah, no, I'm just speaking in general. Just like, you feel me? Like, she should be able to, like I said, get her feet wet. And once she gets her feet wet, that's the thing about it. Like, them jitters and stuff when you first touch that floor. High school different than college. College different than the league.
Oh yeah.
So, like I said, looking forward to seeing her, especially when she come home. Probably most likely going to be sold out. Dallas versus Minnesota, most likely going to be sold
It's gonna
out.
be sold out because the league's still good. We still good. So
So
be sold out.
that'll be something good to watch coming up for her, man. So
that's real.
For sure.
Y'all got anything else, man?
Y'all, we just waiting, man. Let's see if we can get a Wolves Knicks finals, man.
Hey, that would be crazy.
hey, Wolves Knicks finals, boy. That's the trade, the talk. That'll bring some money in.
I'm cheering for the Wolves, but I'm just talking about the trade. I can be unbiased. You know what I'm saying? The trade. Yeah.
I mean, I seen the little post. It was saying like everybody that's in the playoffs right now are looking to get their first ring.
Yeah. This is about to be a new winner.
About to be a first time winner.
And I seen it's funny because they had Westbrook picture in there.
That is what I like about this year. Well, the Knicks won a while ago though, didn't they? But this is gonna be the first time in a while though. Cause didn't they win one with the Walt Frazier? I thought Walt Frazier won a championship.
Wait, oh, well, Knicks,
you
yeah,
talking
he
about the
did.
New
Walt
York
Frazier
Knicks?
won.
That
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
was
yeah.
like the last one,
Walt Frazier won.
1970 something.
Yeah. Walt Frazier won. My question.
No, they got there. I think they made it to the finals. What, the lockout season? Like the first lockout season, like 90.
The last time Knicks made it. Yeah, last time Knicks made it
they
was
lost to
like
the Lakers. Yeah.
99.
Yeah, 99. They made it. Yeah.
Yep, the Knicks. But I seen like, do Westbrook if Denver wins, like we know Westbrook going to the Hall of Fame. We know that.
Played a vital role in everything they've done this year.
You think so?
I've watched it.
Me too. I mean,
I've watched it. That man's the Energizer Bunny on every team he plays for.
so I mean that kind of solidified me. You kind of gave my answer. I mean, gave me the answer already. But is he a top 5, maybe top 6, top 7 if they win?
What, point guard? He's already top 10 point guards of all time. Talking about individual, what he could do.
With this, will this ring solidify
He'll just solidify his
him
greatness.
in arguments with the Magics, the Currys?
No, he will never be. No,
the Isaiahs.
No, he's never been. No, he'll never. He'll
never be in there.
He'll never be in those conversations. He is who he is though.
But he'll be.
But my question is, why would he be in there?
Because he's not the
Why
way.
would he be?
They led championships. He's not. He's a role player at this point in his career.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
He's under Gary Payton, like Gary Payton. Great player, great Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he is a champion.
You champion.
To be a champion, you had to become a role player. You couldn't do it at your height.
That's crazy. I forgot about Gary Payton. He is a champion with Miami Heat, and he's not even talked about in point guards.
Hell no. I mean, shit. It's too many.
Not going to be either.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Another episode Unplugged. We out.